Today I am going to teach you about agonist, antagonist and inverse agonist. Again here you are boyfriend ligand and the girlfriend receptor. If they love each other fully, there will be much more interaction. Don't look at the interaction. They are going to produce maximum effect in that case. If they fully agonist together, they are going to produce much more interaction. Don't look at the interaction. They will produce more and more children. Here, this boyfriend and this girlfriend interact together and produce 5 children. They interact in the fully manner. If I draw dose response curve for this action, it will be like this. For this axis, now you know log dose. For this axis, response. Truly speaking, percentage of populations of response. The curve will be like this, sigmoid shape. Here the maximum effect. This one act in fully agonist manner. They produce 5 children here. I have another couples. They love each other but not that much. Because of that, they are not going to interact frequently like previous couple. They are going to produce children but not that much. They will produce only 3 children. They agonist but partially agonist. They agonist but partially agonist. Because of that, if I draw dose response curve here, it will be like this. They are not going to produce maximum effect, not going to produce 5 children. Instead of that, they produce only 3 children. They call partial agonist. Partial agonist produce children, produce effect, but not maximum effect. Full agonist produce effect, it is maximum effect. Now I am going to do experiment. I am going to mix this one and this one together and I am going to check the response. Some of them produce 5 children. Some of them produce 3 children. But when to collect together, they are not going to produce maximum effect. They are not going to produce minimum effect. Effect will be in between 2. The effect will be in between 2. It will be 4 children. 3 children with partial agonist, 5 children with full agonist, and 4 children with mixture of full agonist and partial agonist. If I mix full, this one is fully agonist, this one is partial agonist, this one full plus partial agonist. You can see once I mix full agonist with partial agonist, what happened? The maximum function reduced. Maximum function reduced. That means your partial agonist not allowed to do fully agonist to its function. Fully agonist try to produce 5 children. But once you add partial agonist with fully agonist actually act as, not fully agonist, partial agonist actually act as antagonist. They do not allow fully agonist to produce their effect. If I only add fully agonist, they produce 5 children. But if I add little bit of partial agonist to fully agonist, they are not going to produce 5 children. Only 4 children is there. So once you mix full agonist and partial agonist together, your partial agonist act as antagonist. Now you have an idea about the antagonist as well. That is all regarding the agonist. Now I am going to move into antagonist. Antagonist is look like proportional marriage. They are not loving each other. They are not going to produce any interaction, so no children. They are not going to produce any interaction, therefore no children. Simply they bind together. Simply they marriage. But they are not going to produce interaction, therefore no effect. So your antagonist They are going to bind to receptor. So no effect. Simply what your antagonist does is, they do not allow your endogenous agonist to bind. Your body has endogenous agonist. Your beta receptors, endogenous adrenaline go and bind. If I give beta blockers as antagonist, beta blocker, they go and bind your receptor. Then your endogenous agonist, adrenaline, can't bind. This is beta blocker. This is beta receptor. This one is beta blocker. This one is beta receptor. This one is adrenaline. Here your beta blockers go and bind with your beta receptors. So endogenous adrenaline can't go and bind. So effect will be no. There will be no effect. What your antagonist does is, antagonist go and bind your receptors and receptor block. So your endogenous agonist can't go and bind there. Why? Receptor is already occupied. But no effect. Even though receptor occupied by blockers or antagonist, they are not going to produce effect. If I draw dose response curve for antagonist, it will be like this. Here log dose, here response. There will be zero response. But why? No children. Simply they bind together because it is a proposal marriage, but no effect. That is how your agonist act, not agonist, antagonist act. These receptor antagonist and agonist compete for receptors. This antagonist and agonist compete for receptors. If agonist bind, they will produce effect. If antagonist bind or beta blocker bind, there will be no effect. They are competitive with each other. Antagonist and agonist compete for receptors. Because of that, we are going to call it as competitive antagonism. Competitive antagonism. Antagonism. Sometime when you increase agonist concentration, the fight from the agonist side will be maximum. In that case, you can overcome antagonist action. You can overcome the antagonist action. You can remove the antagonist from the receptor. You can remove the antagonist from the receptor. So those are called reversible antagonism. Reversible antagonism. That antagonism can be reversed by increasing agonist. Here I am increasing adrenaline. I am going to increase adrenaline. Adrenaline somehow try to bind the receptor and they are going to repel the beta blockers or antagonist. These are called competitive antagonism. Sometimes competitive antagonism reversible. Sometimes there will be non-reversible antagonism. Those drugs go and bind to your receptors. Even though you increase agonist concentration, you can't reverse. They are tightly bound until receptor destroy. Until receptor destroy, your antagonist will be there. So non-competitively they inhibit. They inhibit, not non-competitively, irreversibly. They irreversibly bind to receptor. Here the beta blockers come and bind irreversibly. Even though you increase agonist concentration, how much? You can't remove your antagonist beta blocker from beta receptors. So it is called irreversible antagonism. Your competitive antagonism can be divided into reversible antagonism and irreversible antagonism. Your proposal marriage may be reversible, may be reversible, may be not reversible. If you found good girlfriend, it will be reversible. Or if you have a family support, it will be reversible. If you do not have family support, sometimes you have to spend your whole life with that guy, that proposal marriage guy. that is called competitive antagonism. Again, it can be divided into reversible antagonism and irreversible antagonism. Reversible antagonist and irreversible antagonist. This is called competitive antagonism. Why? In both cases, antagonist and agonist fight for receptor. They compete for receptors. Sometimes there is thing called non-competitive antagonism. There is thing called non-competitive antagonism. We'll see how it happens. Here you are girlfriend and boyfriend. Here you are girlfriend. Here you are not boyfriend, guy. This guy go and bind with your other family members. Then send impulse to here. You don't marry. You will be like this. You can't marry. Don't marry. They bind to other side. They are not going to compete for receptors. This one is the receptor. They are not going to bind to receptor. They are not going to compete for receptors. Because of that, we are going to call it as non-competitive. There is no competition. They can easily go and bind here and send impulse of receptors. Don't bind or don't marry. Don't marry. So non-competitive inhibitor. Usually what they do is, this guy go and bind here and they are going to modulate receptor in such a way. They do not allow, they do not accept endogenous agonist. They do not accept endogenous agonist. This one is called non-competitive antagonism. This guy go and make an affair with whom? Someone else in the family. They send impulse to here, don't marry. The people will be like this, don't marry. Because of that, they refuse and there will be conformational changes. They refuse endogenous agonist. So this one is called non-competitive antagonist. Why we call it as non-competitive? Simply, there is no competition for agonist and antagonist. Agonist simply go and bind to different site. They allosterically modulate these receptors. They allosterically modulate this receptor. So receptor can't bind endogenous agonist. So it is called non-competitive antagonism. Last part of the lecture, inverse agonist. Inverse agonist. Sometimes once your endogenous agonist bind, the action will be like this. Endogenous agonist bind. Agonist bind with receptor. This is the response. This is maximum response. There are some drugs. Once you give, they go and bind to receptor. If it is an antagonist, there will be no effect. If it is agonist, there will be effect. If it is full agonist, there will be full effect. If it is partial agonist, there will be partial effect. Sometimes those substances bind to receptor. Once those substances bind to receptor, there will be inverse reaction. Inside reaction happen. Because of that, we are going to call it as agonist. If inside reaction is not there, we are going to call it as antagonist. Here inside reaction happened, but happened in the inverse way. Example, endogenous morphine. Once your endogenous morphine bind to your receptors, there will be no pain, maximum effect. Or once you give morphine, there will be no effect. Why? Morphine go and bind to your mu receptors and activate. Then you produce maximum effect, there will be no pain. Maximum effect means no pain. There are some drugs, there are some substances, once they bind to receptor, they will produce more pain. There are substances, once they bound to receptors, no effect. If there is no effect, antagonist. If there is effect, agonist. There is an effect, but it is in the inverse direction, called inverse agonist. Agonist. Inverse agonist. I think it is dangerously simple. Agonist, antagonist and inverse agonist are dangerously simple. Thank you very much.